So both MetaKeep and Sizzle are in our incubator.
Gotcha.
And so we have projects like that. I'm basically building the machine. That way, anything cool I want to throw into, we can create something badass on it, right?
Cool.
So. But my partner has about 500,000 followers on LinkedIn.
Okay.
So he's positioned as a Web3 metaverse guy, right? So we're getting a ton of inflow for that, and then we sift through that. And, whoever wants carbon neutrality certification, we plug them in with our partners, and then we select projects out of that group that are, like I said, either de-risking the space, making it Web 2 to Web 3 more frictionless, and projects that just inspire us and be disruptive in those spaces. Right?
Cool. Yeah. So we could even. I mean, you mentioned already. I think with when it comes to the carbon footprint, obviously, I'm sure FIO could get involved in that portion.
Yeah, it's an ISO certification too, so it's an international standard. It's not someone just greenwashing something out there. You're actually working with an ESG team. You're calculating everything. They're making sure that you have a plan on how to get to that marker eventually, and bringing solutions and technologies in front of you to help you make that happen. So it's a comprehensive process. It's not just a sticker that you get. So.
And I think people underestimate the importance of that when you're looking to partner with companies and projects. Like that's an important factor that could be like, okay, let's go with them.
Especially in Web3, because the whole part of Web3 is bringing Web 2 over, right? And if you want to bring Web 2 over, you got to bring Web 2 brands over. And in today's corporate world, right, sustainability is it's in top 5, discussion topics, right?
Yeah.
So both on cost and global responsibility. So if you champion that global responsibility, you find a lot more collaboration.
True.
And people want to actually work with you.
Yeah, nice. And that's how we all connected, because there's a lot of protocols that can work together that make that.
Yeah, I love you guys.
Frictionless.
I have an ENS handle, but I don't really, because I could only, and I don't like to move my ETH around.
Right. Yeah.
So what's the point?
Well, here's the beauty of it. So you can map that ENS domain to a FIO crypto handle.
Oh, okay.
So you can use that you can use one handle for everything. So that way, not only when you're in the Ethereum ecosystem, but elsewhere, you can create your own, and it's more customizable because ENS is .eth, and Unstoppable is either .crypto, .x, .zil. Only one person can use that. Say you've got a brand where all your partners want to use that brand for your company wallets, and everybody individual. So Majid, whatever you want it to be, decarbon, right?
Yep.
So you can make that, and then when you're interacting, whether personal or business, and within partners, you're always paying each other back for stuff, right? So instead of saying, hey, what's your ETH address, or what's your this address, that address, you know what it is, type it in. Because no matter what crypto it is, it's that crypto handle.
Are we allowed to talk about the stuff we talked about on our call, but probably not?
We can hint. We can hint. Yeah.
If you thought FIO's was a one-trick pony, you're about to see functionality like never before. It's pretty ridiculous because you're going to be hitting a top-down approach, everything from the corporate markets all the way to the local markets, right? So a lot of really cool stuff that we're working together on. So we'll keep it at that.
I can tell you some of our guys on the team have been very skeptical about some of our partnerships and integrations in the past. And for some of them that were on the call to be like, this is a perfect fit, we were all like, did they really say that? Like, it's because they see the potential. Like, we've got to, Web 2 coming to Web 3, most people in Web 2 don't care about the mechanics behind the scenes. They don't want to see it. They just want it to work seamlessly in where we're going. Just like you and I don't care how an engine operates as long as it gets me where I need to go in my car. And same thing there. They just want to get in and drive it. And I think with some of the projects that we've connected with on those calls, there's a potential to let's collab, bring everything together, and here's your one-stop solution. You're right, it's going to bring in enterprise.
That's what I love about the space, right? It's all about collaboration.
Yeah.
You know, and like your team just got such a great vibe and you know, we go with energy, man. You know, it's not always about the dollars because you're working with the wrong people. Things don't always work out, and your team's solid. I love the Taoist structure that you guys have and that keeps evolving, and you know, you guys really care about your community, which is extremely apparent. So those are all markers for success for sure.
I'm looking forward to it. Hopefully we can share some more as we go on, but it's going to be, I think it's going to be exciting development, man, and it's exciting. You can't work in a silo in this space. You got to collab with other projects.
Do we want to give them names of who we're bringing to the table for you?
We can.
Yeah. So
I mean, that's public out there. What that brand is.
Okay. I wasn't sure what's been out there and what's not. So I know, but you know, the type of people that we work with are industry leaders in the Web 2 space that are now transitioning to the Web 3 space. So Brian Weiner, he was the head of 5 divisions of Warner Brother, 9 divisions of Universal, Sony, Epic, Lionsgate, like you name it, he's worked with them for the last 40 years. And the technology that he's bringing to that we're going to be able to integrate will create revenue streams for the organization that might completely flip the business and profitability model for FIO, for members and handle owners, which is very interesting.
And anyone who chooses to integrate that protocol.
Correct. Then we also have another group called MetaKeep. And MetaKeep, the founder is Naga. Naga has, at 19, built the largest peer-to-peer file network for Microsoft. It's in over 300 million computers today, and he did at 19. Then he worked with WebAuthn. He created WebAuthn for Twitter. Then he was part of the senior leadership for DM blockchain for Facebook, or Meta today. He also was on the team to create the payment systems for WhatsApp for India, Brazil, Mexico. And he's done tons more. So he just stepped away from Web 2, and he said, well, is this Web 3 thing real? You know, and he saw the biggest disconnect is what actually FIO's protocol is solving, which is all the friction in between. So he created a wallet that has institutional grade security like a Fireblocks, right? But then also a very seamless way to integrate it through an email. I kind of keep it, I won't go into details there because that might tip you guys off on what's to come, but...
Well, if you've been in the space for a while, you know, I mean, how many wallets am I managing right now, right?
Exactly.
And being able to create a seamless experience. And you know, it's funny, I heard this years ago, and I think maybe it was even Gary Vee when he was first taking a look at the crypto space, that he saw wallets are going to be like your social portal to engagement, right? And that social, or that identity to that wallet is going to be your FIO crypto handle. I guess, you know, I'm kind of partial to it because I'm working in the project, but I tell people that's going to be the standard, but then that standard's got to be implemented into these great products, which is kind of like what you said with MetaKeep and others, to where it creates that seamless experience where the user doesn't have to worry how it works. It's just simple. I can get in and use it, and it's using technology, or it's using similarities that they're used to in current technology.
Correct.
Like email addresses, and even our crypto handles are similar. It makes sending crypto like an email, so it's a very similar process to where it's familiar and it's easier to use than, okay, I got a copy. I remember the first time I got a crypto, I called a buddy. I was like, in fact, he lives here in Vegas. I called him. I was like, I got to copy and paste this long wallet address. Like, what if I mess up? And he's like, let's go.
And also think about privacy issues, right? Like, somebody could go into Etherscan or anywhere and look up everything about my wallet. Like, it's transparent. So why would I want somebody to have that wallet address? I mean, it makes no sense to me when it comes to privacy, security, you know, like if they know that your stack, they might come rob you.
Yeah.
Right? Like there's a lot of safety, security problems that you're solving here.
And I think we ought to see in the future permissions being able to be shared to where, okay, maybe I don't want everybody to know my balances of all my crypto, but definitely, hey, check out my cool ass NFTs I've got, right?
Yeah.
That's my social aspect. I can give permissions to share
let
that.
the user toggle the experience,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
And make it more, that's what Web3 is all about, giving power back to the people.
Exactly. And you know, it's funny, like people always talk, well, you know, I can use these networks for free, there's no cost. In blockchain, no matter which blockchain it is, there is some sort of cost.
Correct.
Sometimes it's minimal, sometimes it's more, but there is a cost. And I tell them, there's no network in this world that runs for free. Every network has a cost. So all this stuff like that's currently for free through like Google and Facebook, there's money involved, but you're actually the product. You're not benefiting financially. You're just the product.
Correct.
And in this case, you're right. You flip it. Let's take control, and we own our identity, we own our socials, and we can control where we give that information out at.
100%. I love it, man.
Gee, yeah, awesome, man. Great
Always
catching
good
up.
seeing
Great
you, brother.
talking. Yeah.
Pleasure.
Cool. Pleasure.